The internet's most illegal gooning incidents. As y'all know, we're in a gooning epidemic. You feel me? Pandemic is what they call it. We're in a gooning pandemic. Yeah, I feel like this would be pretty interesting, bro. The last gooning incident I remember, I think it was the Gooner side, right? All Gooners in NFG get banned, by the way. See, that's how we do it in NFG. Just so y'all know, bro. Try to do something, that's what happens to you. We have punishments over here. We have law over here. But let's go on and see this video by Wavy Web Surf.
As many of you already know, we're living in the middle of a gooning epidemic. Unable to—
What the? Oh my God. You know what? This is what we mean when we talk about American freedom. Actually, no, scratch that out. Where is this? It's not even a right environment, dog. It's not warm. That floor seems cold and sterile. Is this a coffee shop? You know what's even crazier too? Like, bro, if you pull out like your meat or something, if there is a single child in the vicinity, even if they're in the bathroom or like not even close, you're cooked. You on the offender list, bro. You on the offender list. Like, y'all know if you get caught like peeing in like around a playground, like it could be the dead of night, and you just gotta like piss somewhere. Let's say like you pull across the road, you pee at a playground, yo, an offender officially.
To contain their own horniness, some Gooners have gotten themselves in serious legal trouble.
You gotta have some type of like confidence to do this. Like, how do you do this, bro?
Be it for gooning in
not a good confidence, obviously, but like, what the fuck?
Public, indecent exposure, voyeurism, it's getting crazy out there. And with that stated, today we'll be once again looking at several cases where gooning ruined people's lives.
Policeman goons while driving.
Gooning.
I shouldn't be surprised. Oh my God, y'all remember that one bitch that had like the whole police officer station running a train on her? Bro, what the f happened to her? I'm pretty sure she sued them back and she won or something. Nah, dead. And she had a husband too, and they went to like the husband's like Facebook and was messaging him about that. That's tough.
Being on the job is already risky business, but I'd say in the case of certain jobs, it can be absolutely diabolical if you go through with it. Which brings us to the case of the cop who crashed his cruiser while watching. On November 6th, 2024, in Sorrento, Florida, police deputy—
My question is, as an officer of the law, is this something you're gonna admit initially or lie about? Would you get worse time if you lied about it and then it came out like you were lying? Or would it be like the same time as if you told the truth?
Deputy Tristan McComber was driving along in his squad car southbound on County Road 435. And this would be no ordinary patrol.
Oh my God, and they have body cams.
On body cam—
Yo, that's a nasty POV. Body cam catched it.
Footage, Tristan can be seen briefly checking his phone.
Oh my God.
And then out of nowhere, crash.
Crazy circumstances of events.
Officer McComber, distracted from checking his phone, rear-ended a civilian
Okay, hypothetical. What's the chance he was like just pulling up Twitter or something? And like in that unfortunate moment, there was like some tots on the screen or cooch. 'Cause I guarantee, bro, I don't even pull up Twitter in public anymore. I never know when I'm gonna get flashed with that shit. It's random, dude. Hey guys, Tom NFG here. Did you know only half of you guys are subscribed and even less of you guys have noties on? I hate to be a burden, but you know, I really appreciate it if you hit that sub button and the little bell next to it, you know? It doesn't take long. I know you can get mixed up in the algorithm and everything. But yeah, also tune into the streams, you know? We have a lot of fun over there, I'm telling you. We have a lot of parties going on over there. Yeah, that's it, bye. Damn.
Motorist who was stopped behind a school bus. Uh-oh. But that's not even the worst part. Frame by frame body cam footage analysis reveals, well, he was watching on the phone and possibly even gooning to it. Bro was literally browsing the hub while tailgating a soccer mom and a bus full of children.
He says, I can't control my horny level.
Stumbling out his patrol car, bricked up and torqued, McComber, or McCoomer as I'm calling him from now on, is clearly embarrassed. He calls for backup and goes to check on the woman that he hit.
Yeah, that f***ing sucked.
Yo, he should have just been a corrupt cop, put like some goddamn like coke or something, or weed in that shit. In her car and be like, hey, she's the one that made me crash. I suspected she had drugs on her or something, you know? So like, that's really what happened.
Yeah, I'm good.
Damn, that's a nasty accident too.
Hello, ma'am. Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My brain's locked up.
Thankfully, the woman was unharmed, and she was actually—
Nigga, what? If I'm the woman, I'm happy as shit. A police officer hit me? Oh yeah, Papa's getting a new motherfucking BMW. Listen, a police officer hits you, you need to take the bag. You gotta understand the whole state is going to pay for your shit. I'm coming out limping, bro. I'm like, ah, my neck hurts, bro. Ah, my shoulders hurt. Ah, my neck hurts. My heart hurts a little bit. Yeah, my car is totaled, man. This car emotionally really mattered to me. And, like, I don't think I can have it anymore after this. Like, looking at, I am locking in on this.
Pretty chill about the whole affair. I don't think she'd be as relaxed if she knew what the cop was up to before he blew the back out of her Toyota Corolla.
All right.
Gosh darn it.
So backup police would arrive and of course wanted to know why Officer McCoomer rear-ended this innocent lady. This is an audio recording from that incident of him explaining what he was doing.
I'm over here stroking my dick.
I literally thought this was gonna be real. I don't know why I thought the audio was gonna be real.
Got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit.
The cop actually lied when the colleagues arrived.
Oh, he did lie.
Officer
Damn.
Coomer told his supervisors that the woman ahead of him abruptly stopped due to the school bus. He said the sudden braking caused his brakes to lock up.
Okay, but you literally have a body cam, bro. This could have worked maybe in the past. Yo, I'm realizing, bro, police back then got away with anything. Like, this could have happened to a police back in the motherfucking, like, I don't know, like 2010 or something, before they, like, normalized body cams and shit. He could have straight up been like, oh, yeah, she crashed into me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, she got to get arrested.
And that's why he crashed into her.
I'm so sorry. It's okay. My brakes locked up.
McCoomer even claimed that his ABS light had been blinking around the time
Especially
of
from
this
the 50s.
occurring. So, you know, he's implying that,
Yeah, bro.
oh, my ABS is messed up, and that's why I slammed into the woman.
I'm over here stroking my dick.
So yeah, it was wet out at the time.
Maybe he thought they weren't gonna like look into him because like he said officer, and they're like, nah, he's officer of the law. He's not gonna lie.
And, you know, his story seemed plausible. Nothing would come from this, well, other than the police officer himself.
I
he
can't
got
control
fired,
my horny
I'm
level.
assuming.
But then they pulled the body cam footage.
He wasn't texting before slamming his car into a woman's car.
He was looking at porn. West 2's Justin Schecker got a copy of the internal affairs report and the body camera video from the crash.
When an official from the sheriff's office reviewed the body cam footage, they quickly realized McCoomer wasn't being honest with them. Wet roads and ABS wasn't the issue here. A quote from the official: I was able to observe in the top right of the screen that McCoomer was holding what appears to be a cell phone in his right hand, unquote. When questioned about the cell phone,
Hear me out. What if he was just like, what if it was art? He was just analyzing their body for art. Cause y'all know, with body art and shit, sometimes artists get naked people to be there. They're not attracted to their body, but it's for the art.
usage, which clearly led to the crash, McCoomer admitted
This is
he
not
was
Twitch.
on his phone, but said that he was only checking a group chat that had other officers in it. The problem with that is...
Nah, that nigga really tried to take everybody down. He said a group chat with other officers? Man, if I'm his colleagues, bro, deadass, I hate him. That is fucking bullshit, bro. Then again, like, you're not gonna get, like, fired for having a group chat. If he had a group chat with his coworkers and they're sending, like, goddamn corn. El Snitch, I mean, he's a cop, so shouldn't be surprised.
In the footage, there's literally porn on the screen. So are you saying that you and your cop bros have a gooning group chat, Mr. McCoomer? Investigators got to take a look at this group chat, and well, they found no such pornographic imagery within it, so the Coomer was lying again. They pressed him again even harder, and Tristan McCoomer would finally come clean, admitting to not only being on his phone, but also to looking at pornographic material, specifically, quote, like boobs and whatnot.
I'm looking like a whole lot more than just boobs.
McCoomer would be reprimanded for lying by omission, as investigators confirmed that the main reason for the crash was due to the officer ogling at pornographic images on his phone. The Coomer was also cited for violating other policies, including a general order about using a cell phone on the job and also not wearing his seatbelt. In January of 20...
Yeah, bro, it's crazy how, like, cops can really get away with that shit. Like, y'all know they signed, like, that new law where, like, in certain states you can't touch your phone in the car, even if you're just using it for GPS. That is f***ing insane, by the way. I don't know how they're gonna pursue that. That is a weird-ass law. I still don't understand why. Bro, even if the car is sitting still, you can't touch your phone. That doesn't make any sense.
25...
The car's gonna have TV-style screens? Yeah, I don't get it. I guess you could touch, like, the screen of your car. Like, if you have a Tesla, bro, I guess you could play, like, Flappy Bird or some shit in the middle of driving and it doesn't matter. But now, if you have a phone, no.
Officer McCoomer, now fully exposed as a Gooner cop and facing firing,
And he got a wife?
resigned from Lake County,
on, man.
turning his back.
Yo, y'all, do y'all think it's cheating if your significant other watches porn? Low-key it is, I'm not gonna lie, because, like, you're looking at another person's body. You're looking at another person's body, but you're with somebody already. Like, if you were near that other person, that means you would smash them. You're looking at their body and beating to it, dog. But some couples don't see it as like that. Like, okay, unless if you're away, like, let's say you're away for, like, a couple months or some shit. Maybe then, but I don't know. It's still, like, kind of crazy to me, bro.
In shame.
Like,
He would join the
You got a
likes
wife
of
or
other
husband
Gooner
for a
police
reason.
officer extraordinaires such
Okay,
as
did we need the cam to be on this beat?
the on-duty cop that was in an OnlyFans promotional video.
Oh my
Go
God.
watch my other video about gooning if
What?
you want to learn about that guy. As for the vehicle that the officer rear-ended, the driver seemed to be uninjured in the body cam footage, so no big deal there, I reckon. I'd imagine she has a potential lawsuit against the county considering
Yeah, I would have went crazy, bro.
she was hit by a cop watching porn on patrol. Hopefully the Lake County Sheriff's Office did the right thing here and paid for the damage done to her vehicle. Maybe even hopefully gave her a little bit of extra considering how f***ing ridiculous all of this was.
The Starbucks gooning incident.
Oh God.
Our
That's the video we saw in the
next gooner is an
beginning.
individual who became so reckless with his stroking addiction that he frequently became known to goon for extended sessions in extremely crowded public areas. On March 11th, 2022,
God.
around 9:30 a.m., 27-year-old homeless man and self-described male model Blake Rain decided to put on a show at the Miami Beach Starbucks on Collins Avenue and 29th Street. As Blake entered the Starbucks, he didn't
This is me not feel like, what is it, shy? Like you would just be like full hard in the middle of a Starbucks with everybody looking at you? You gotta be some form of shy. There's no way. Probably kids there too, there definitely was. He definitely got put in the offender list.
approach the barista
sure.
and order a coffee. Rather, he leisurely walked over to an American flag that was hanging on the
That had to
store
be on
window,
purpose.
produced his cock and balls, and started jerking off publicly. The man looking rather patriotic as he stroked away.
The man in this video was arrested for lewd and lascivious behavior inside a Miami Beach Starbucks.
What are you
That's
doing?
A customer records as employees who may not be aware continue calling for orders.
Get the out. It's disgusting.
Apparently stuff like this must happen a lot around there, as the baristas are seemingly just going along with their work as if there isn't a guy.
I mean, if you're kind of there, then what do? Like, you just call the cops, and then the cops are coming, you're like, all right, I'm just gonna keep working. I'm not gonna lie, when I was working that one pizza job, bro, when I was in high school, there was like 2 incidents where people came in and started crashing out of their order, and I just like, we just moved on, bro, and the fucking manager dealt with it.
Shooting ropes in
Florida,
their
though, so you know it's every day for them. Yeah, that is true.
lobby. You
They're
can
definitely
literally
used to it.
hear them calling out customer names to pick up drinks. Thankfully, Alyssa, the woman who's recording, intervened in all of this madness, chastising the depraved gooner and did her best to cockblock the guy from his own right hand.
I don't want to ever go back, and it's just, it'll always be in the back of my head.
Though I don't know, he might have actually been into being screamed at by her.
It's disgusting.
This sickening public gooning display by our
As a guy who lives in Florida, this happens every day. Does it?
homeless male model here reportedly lasted about 10 minutes. Eventually, Miami Beach officers would arrive, and they
Right.
scared the guy off in the process. Officers caught up with him shortly after he fled. He was seen walking southbound on Collins Avenue, and once he saw the police were on his trail, he took off running. Officers gave chase and ended up tasing the fleet-footed masturbator, marking the end of his Starbucks stroke session.
Video shows police trying to take
Bro, he
27-year-old
probably likes that rough housing shit, dude.
Blake Rain.
Probably likes being roughhoused.
The police report says Rain ran from police. He's combative while police tase him.
Blake was arrested and charged with lewd and lascivious behavior, disorderly conduct in an establishment, and resisting an officer without.
Okay, I don't know about him being a model, but he doesn't even look that bad. Like, he could pull some decent, attractive level girls. I don't understand what's up with, like, niggas nowadays, bro. Like, bro, I'll see, like, some crime happen, right? It would be, like, an insult. I'm like, bro, this dude doesn't even look that bad. It's not like you're fully, like, over, bro. Like, you look like goddamn gargoyle? What is it called? Whatever. Gargoyle. It's gotta be the internet when niggas, like, they just think everything's over, bro, because they see, like, I don't know, Duke Dennis or some shit, and they're like, I'm cooked.
Without violence. After being taken
Imagine
to the
his
Mount
parents
Sinai
disappointed at, bro. I mean, he's homeless, so, like, they probably been abandoned him.
Medical Center to tend to injuries from his arrest, Blake Rain was then taken into custody and arraigned in a court for his bond. Blake was quite nasty towards the judge and almost earned himself a gag order for his unhinged behavior when he was addressing the bench.
The suspect
He's
appeared
mad. He didn't get his nut off. He's mad.
in bond court. Rain was argumentative with the judge and tells the judge he works on the beach.
If you don't stop, I'm gonna mute you and you will not be able to speak for the rest of this hearing. Do you understand?
Damn.
I mean, who's to say that the guy wouldn't have liked the gag order? He might have been into that kind of thing. In the wake of all of this, Starbucks issued a public statement regarding the Gooner. Once alerted to the customer's behavior, our partners, employees, took action and local authorities were immediately called. We want our stores to be a welcoming environment, and our partners are empowered to address any behavior that doesn't meet our third place policy. In the future, we will be advising police to tase the out of anyone masturbating in our store, unquote. In April 5th of 2022, it was actually found that Blake had other crimes he was facing in the state of New York, so he was a fugitive and would get extradited back there. Hey, if you work at a Starbucks in New York or Florida, keep your eyes peeled for this guy, because if you don't, he might sneak in and patriotically jerk off in front of everybody.
The story of the Gooner doc.
Now we advance.
A doctor? See, it's scary when it's a doctor, because, dude, doctors can put you to sleep. You don't know what they could, like, do to you, bro, when you're sleeping.
To one of today's most prolific and shameless Gooners. A medical doctor whose gross proclivities led to him regularly walking around naked in his own medical office in front of female staff.
I was gonna say, if he's alone, like, let's say it's just him or something and he's closing up and he's naked, I don't think it's that bad. Is that crazy? Like, if he was alone, obviously people around know. But it's kind of like, you know, when you're home alone and you just walk around naked because you're like, I'm home alone, why not?
This is Arkansas-based Dr. David Define, a medical professional with over 25 years of experience.
Damn, 25 years and 3.5 stars? Can't be that good.
And he's had an interesting career, to say the least. The doc is no stranger to getting in trouble.
Right.
In the past, the physician has been criminally charged for illegally distributing pain medications. And
he still had his doctor's license? Bro, we gotta do better, dog. The justice system, like, nigga, it's like this shit keeps getting worse and worse, bro. Like, we see now that Diddy got fucking basically about to get, like, no time, bro.
Even had his medical license suspended back in 2017 due to excessively prescribing narcotics. But big fucking deal, though, right? I mean, it sounds like your average small-town American doctor, you know? Well, I'm not here to talk about the doc because he's passing out perk 30s to anyone who asks him. I'm here because he's in the office with his cock and balls out. You see, Dr. David in the past has described himself as a naturist, essentially a head-ass way of saying that he's a nudist. The guy at one point even reportedly operated an Instagram page called Naked Dr. Dave, where he would presumably post about his nudist lifestyle. This page was only the start of unsettling things to come. It was the first indication that there was some
and nothing happened to him. He still had his job. You're like, what the is this? What am I watching? Digital footprint too much? I guess digital footprint don't matter for y'all. Hey, y'all can be wild as I used to say, yeah, y'all digital footprint is cooked. I guess it doesn't matter.
Something going on with this guy behind closed doors. And apparently he was unclothed behind those.
Bro, what the fuck?
Dave's nude antics first got him in trouble with the Arkansas Medical Board back in January of 2024. Someone reported his nudist Instagram page to the medical board after stumbling upon apparent nude photos of him posted there. When confronted about this, he'd defend himself against the board, stating that as a naturist, he does not, quote, shame, sexualize, fear, or negatively stick.
Oh my God, bro, I hate these. Oh, well, it's just nature. It's just nature. Dude. Like, bro, everybody's sexualized, bro, at the end of the day, bro. Men sexualized, women sexualized, bro. Like, nigga, it don't matter, bro. That does not change anything. Nature is outside, yeah. Like, we're elevated beings. There's a reason why we wear clothes. Everybody thinks they live in a corn fantasy. This is IRL. Yeah, exactly. Yo, y'all know YouTube, you could like watch naked yoga. You could watch like naked, like nature people or whatever. It's like, it's actually insane, bro. Like, bro, you could have like breastfeeding videos, dude. It's like some weird, bro. YouTube has like insane loopholes, bro. You could straight up find corn, I'm not gonna lie, on YouTube, like just out there.
Stigmatize the naked body. He also added that there was no crossover whatsoever with my professionalism while practicing medicine and my naturist activities, unquote. The guy was a proud nudist, and goddamn anyone tried to get between him and being butt-ball naked. But he promised that he wasn't naked at work. That was different. That was a line that he was not willing to cross. Skeptical, but willing to concede for the time, the medical board decided not to take any action against Dr. David. But this situation was far from over, and was only about to get much worse. Around the time of the board ceasing their investigation on the doc, an extremely disturbing piece of surveillance video footage would come to light. A piece of footage that suggested David was lying about not mixing his at-home nudity with on-the-job activities. Coming to light in November of 2024, the footage originally recorded all the way back in 2019 allegedly showed Dr. David sauntering around his medical office in Blytheville, Arkansas, while completely butt-ball naked. The nude practitioner can at one point be seen carelessly conversing with several of his female employees.
So do the employees just not care? Like, is this not something you report to HR or the police? There is no job, bro, I could like work. I don't care if you're paying me $500,000 a year, my nigga. If my boss, bro, is just like, oh yeah, I'm a nature guy, bro, so randomly I might walk past you, just have my meat fully erected next to you. But don't worry, it's because of nature. It's not because my body's sexualized, by the way. I'm good, man.
Employees. At one point, the nude doctor even goes to interact with the patient. The guy was very much ingratiating his nudist philosophy into his practice, and it kind of looked like he got a weird kick out of doing this.
Wow.
He was power tripping, you could say. The shocking leaked footage was then provided to the Arkansas Medical Foundation by
And like, what if somebody walks in? Does he expect them not to say anything?
an anonymous tipster. This tipster claiming that the doctor was a disturbed sex lunatic. They allege the guy, quote, used the position of power, sexual grooming, and salary increases to groom employees and patients into repulsive sex acts. One possible example of this is a clip allegedly showcasing the doctor performing a sex act directly in front of one of the women.
What was he doing? Like beating his meat, or he was smacking? What was going on?
He was said to have not only been a lab technician within the office, but also one of Dr. David's frequent patients. The reported sexual act ended with the nudist doctor actually ejaculating on the woman.
What?
Allegedly. All of this happening during office hours. When this illicit
He was just beating and then like did it on her? Epstein, is that
sexual
you?
behavior and
dead
grooming
ass.
was uncovered, the board, who had foolishly let him slide previously, was now all over him. In Dr. David's disciplinary report, the Arkansas Medical Foundation stated, quote,
The perverse behavior leads to concerns about a sexual compulsive disorder or paraphilia,
which may, in fact, cross boundaries with his delivery of medical care. Simply, the interaction with his office staff suggests an entanglement in his medical practice. When confronted with the possibility that the medical board possessed surveillance footage of him jerking off and being naked
him to the
in
wood
front of
chipper?
staff, the doctor played dumb, saying, quote, I don't know anything about that at all. I would have to see those things to have
He knows he has security cameras too. It's like these niggas just don't want to admit it. Bro, it's over.
any idea what you're talking about. They promptly would show him, and the Gooner doc finally realized he was f***ed. As a result of parading around with his dick and balls out in the doctor's office, the board suspended his medical practice on October 14th, 2024. A hearing for Dave's medical
Took them long
license was
enough.
scheduled for December of that year, but was postponed. And there's been no new updates that I can find regarding the Gooner doc and when he'll be able to practice again. If you do a medical board license lookup for the state of Arkansas, it still says that the Gooner doc's license is suspended. And we can't forget about the civil lawsuits, as this guy was violating people left and
Yeah.
right in that office, allegedly. One civil suit came from a patient named Carol Ballard. She alleged that the man repeatedly tried to engage in sexual acts during examinations over a period of 18 months. These acts allegedly including exposing his genitals, making lewd remarks, and participating in indecent physical.
She is suing him now, but was nothing being said when he was her regular doctor or whatever and she was getting checkups with him? To me, immediately, something like this happens, I'm going to the police and reporting it.
Contact. A legal representative
How do
said
people like this
Dr.
exist?
David Defini's actions were intentional, deliberate, and served no legitimate medical purpose.
Yeah.
Instead, they were designed to gratify his own sexual desires, abuse his position of trust, and humiliate the plaintiff, Miss Ballard. As a direct and approximate result of these acts, my plaintiff
Crazy thing is he didn't even use any excuses when he said it. He didn't be like, oh, whoa, this is just for like doctoral procedural. I have to pull out like my meat. No reason.
has suffered severe emotional distress, anguish,
I
anxiety,
report the instance I see his
humiliation,
balls.
loss of sleep, vomiting, physical manifestations of stress, distrust of medical professionals, and other damages that no reasonable person should be expected to endure. Another lawsuit was filed from a plaintiff named Rachel Chandler, who is a nurse practitioner and a former employee. Though she isn't suing Dr. Dave for receiving unwanted glimpses of his penis, it's over unpaid wages. I think there's no way around it. This one is totally a case of gooning ruining your life. For the love of God, put your dick away and just be a doctor.
10 years becoming a doctor to do this? Yeah, think of that. Like, think of all the medical school debt he had to get. Dude, medical school debt is not no joke, bro. What does he do now in life? He's not getting a single job.
Dude.
The car wash foot goon.
I don't even know what this means. Like, that's how like shocked I am at this bullshit.
Gooner.
This is a case of a gooner who took his foot fetish to a whole nother level. loitering around car washes, and even hiding under vehicles to catch glimpses of sandal and flip-flop wearing women. On August 29, 2024, police got a call wherein a person claimed a peeping Tom had infiltrated a car wash located in Gilbert, Arizona on Val Vista Drive. Several witnesses reportedly spotted the at-large Gooner, and surveillance footage literally showed the unidentified culprit sneaking underneath at least 3 separate vehicles. It was believed he was doing this to goon at the soapy feet of the women who often wore open-toed footwear while they were cleaning their cars.
See, like, I'm telling you, bro, it's them foot fetish niggas. Makes no sense. That's why you would ever like feet, bro, to the point, like, sexually.
While these women vacuumed and detailed their cars, this voyeuristic vagrant would slide up under their vehicles and enjoy a free foot show for several minutes at a time, likely stroking it and carrying on in ways I don't particularly
Imagine you did it to like a man's feet by accident.
Want to know about. This video
Schneider
clip in
disciple?
particular shows him emerging from underneath the
What the
vehicle
hell?
when the woman finishes cleaning. And he just acts like he's minding his own business, you know, cleaning and detailing the tire of his own vehicle. This is the incident that actually got the man reported. Another customer saw this bizarre behavior transpiring and later got in touch with the woman he gooned to and told her about it. This news was extremely upsetting to her, so she went
not
to the
slick.
car wash and asked them to pull the surveillance footage.
Sure. So you know it's just like bad for him, bro. Like, I feel like a person that was trying to be hidden, they probably just like record them or something like in private.
Going through the video footage, I watched it happen. She was already in the process of calling the cops. He keeps walking back and forth, and you'll see him do that. He's watching to see what she's doing. When we talk to her, she's in the back seat vacuuming her car on that driver's side, and he slips up underneath that front tire. He was out underneath the vehicle for about 5 to 6 minutes, I want to say, and then he slips out and goes to this back passenger tire and is like trying to fiddle with it, making it seem like he's there the entire time.
The car wash foot gooner would later
I feel like you gotta have a big car for that too. If it was like a sedan, he would have definitely got caught. I don't think he could fit under a sedan.
be identified as 28-year-old Jesse Johnson. And on the afternoon of September 24th, 2024, because of his lascivious loitering, he would be arrested. The man facing 3 felony counts of voyeurism and 3 misdemeanors for disorderly conduct. Jesse was held on a $10,000 bond, and if that bond wasn't met, he'd be compelled to wear an ankle monitor, an apt punishment for a professional foot monitor. Unsurprisingly, according to court documents, the reason Jesse did this stuff at car washes was because of an uncontrollable foot fetish, with him even admitting to investigators that he was sexually attracted to women's feet and claiming that he couldn't control his desires. This actually...
So with that, how do you even walk outside? Like, bro, how do you even... You got extreme foot fetish? Like, you going outside, bro, and you're looking at everybody's, like, feet, bro?
Wasn't even his first rodeo in the realm of public foot gooning. In fact, he had been previously cited on numerous occasions for attempting to look at, touch, lick, or come into contact with women's feet. In June of 2016, a Fox News affiliate...
somebody should have told him about Feet Finder. Going on with Feet Finder, man. Gotta be bottom 5 websites of all time.
Fox 10 would cover one of the man's
prior
exploits, highlighting a case wherein Jesse was cited for hiding underneath a woman's car in a grocery store parking lot, and he attempted to touch her feet. The referenced article indicates that this was Jesse's 4th citation for doing shit like this. Speaking presently, there's no new updates to report regarding this story, but for you ladies out there, next time you take your Camry to the car wash, consider some closed-toed shoes, or at least take a look under your car before you get busy cleaning, because there just might be a gooner under there jerking off.
The tragic story of the beach gooner.
Our next case is one that starts off rather humorous, but quickly becomes disturbing the more you learn about it. This takes place on July 1st of 2021 at a beach on Tybee Island in the state of Georgia. On this day, beachgoer Sarah Moss observed a woman laying on her beach towel in the sand.
She got to be recording some OF video, right?
Using what appeared to be a vibrator, masturbating publicly. Worried that a child might see this, she reported it to police, who would arrive a bit later to investigate the apparent beachfront gooning incident. While she had moved locations by the time they arrived, police found their suspect at a nearby restaurant that was just
my god, that's so embarrassing in front of everybody too.
Off the beach. This woman identified herself as Christina Revels Glick, And when confronted
Blue's
about the
lost
call
sibling?
they received, she suggested that this was all just a big misunderstanding, denying the claim outright.
No. Yeah, the vibrating motion you saw under the beach towel. That was just my phone. That was just my phone vibrating. You know, I was getting calls a lot. My eyes may have rolled back to the back of my head. I was just startled.
And even expressing that it may have been one of her friends pulling a prank on her. Here's the interaction.
Were you doing something you weren't supposed to be doing?
She was doing that with a cross on. That's insane. Her ass definitely cooked.
What? Like, what were you doing on the beach? Like, prior to
You
coming
could tell, bro, her silence, like, she knew it was over.
here. Prior to coming here.
There was nobody. I was just sitting on my tail. Nobody was around me.
Okay, and you were over at the beach?
Like I was near the water.
Near the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I do? What did I do?
She wasn't such a weirdo, bro. I would have been like, hey, bro, what's good? Like, she didn't need to satisfy herself like that. No, I would have spit some game and shit, and like, we could have went from there and shit.
So apparently you were masturbating on the beach.
Who saw that?
I mean, a couple people.
Who saw that? You're caught. You dumbass. You could be like, no. Hold on. Gotta hit one of those.
Eric, they stole 21 cars. Can you believe that?
What? 21 cars? What? They just gave me a car. Right, that's crazy. They ought to
You just hit one of these, bro. You would have been good.
People.
No, they didn't. That's not true.
Why would they call us that?
Nobody was around. It was an anonymous call. Is this one of my buddies? Okay,
No,
one of my buddies.
No, it's not one of your buddies.
Yeah, I was getting doxxed. You see, I was streaming. It's something called Twitch, and basically, yeah, I stream sometimes, and sometimes people do call, typically, and try to say, you know, beating under the rug, but that's not true.
Her entire demeanor switches up after one of the cops asks her to show what's in her bag. And, you know, the truth would come out. She was getting freaky on that beach.
Is there anything in the bag?
No.
Is it right if I look through it? I mean,
You know what's in the bag, ma'am? The fries. Because you're going to be going to jail. Was that good? Fries in the bag. That's kind of a dead joke.
if you can open it and can I see the contents inside the bag?
Yes. I don't really understand what y'all are.
We're just here because someone called and we're very concerned. Okay.
This is really highly offensive to me.
I got it. I got you. And that's why I'm trying to figure it out.
It's my vibrator, but I just put it in my. I was sitting on the beach, and I just.
Okay, so she just admitted it.
Do I get a ticket?
God forbid a stressed out woman play with her coochie on the beach. Literally 1984, guys. Can't a woman just enjoy herself? With her admitting to vibrating on the beach, she was handcuffed and arrested. In the process of being handcuffed, Christina tried to reason with police, saying that it only took her about 20 seconds to come and that she
Oh my god, that's so cringe. That's so cringe.
didn't mean to offend anyone.
I mean, if nobody saw it, they wouldn't have called, right?
if nobody saw it.
Man, please don't do this to me. Are you serious?
A family saw it. They had kids.
Bro, why would you just even do this, bro, at a beach? I don't understand. Is the bedroom not enough for people anymore? What's going on, bro?
There was nobody around me.
So,
Christina, the beach Gooner, was later charged with indecent exposure and disorderly conduct. She was released from jail not long after her arrest. I'm unable to find any records documenting a conviction relating to this. In fact, I can't actually seem to find any evidence of her attending a court hearing about this. It's possible that they may have just given her a slap on the wrist.
Crazy thing is, if she wanted to capitalize, she would have opened an OF. I guarantee the first day if she did this, if she opened an OF, she would have had a bunch of subs, to be honest, bro. I'm gonna be real. Niggas would definitely sub, bro. She probably would have made like 10K in the first day.
And dropped the charges, confiscating her vibrator and calling it a day. And well, you've made it through yet another wavy web surf Gooner video. Hope you guys enjoyed.
How many does he have?
Make sure you let me know.
Bro, wow. Wavy Webster, such an amazing YouTuber. Hey, y'all go sub this channel, you feel me? But, yeah, man. Hey, let's go. I didn't make it on one of these, right, guys? I didn't make it on one of these, so we're good, man. Y'all thought I was going to be on one of these, you know what I'm saying? But I would never do something like that, especially publicly. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to join the Discord and watch the streams.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.